now crossing Norton. 2 cars are rolling. Here, go ahead. Yeah. 052.3.
How bad is it?
It's bad.
Any idea on the movie?
Some piece of shit called Abraxas.
Abraxas.
Yeah, some shitty action flick with Jesse The Body Ventura.
Any idea on the director?
Just another asshole who woke up hate in the world. Also, he's Canadian.
5110 for
Fucking Canadians.
verifying Glen Oaks and...
Jesse the Body Ventura. When he isn't growing one of the finest living examples of a skullet in recent memory, he's usually flapping his gums about political conspiracies or smoking weed with Willie Nelson. But I won't hold that against the man. After all, I've been a wrestling fan ever since I was old enough to shit my diaper, and Jesse Ventura is a legend in the business. But for a mercifully brief period in the late 1980s, the Body also tried his hand at acting. Actually, acting isn't really the right word for it. Think Hulk Hogan in Suburban Commando, and you should begin to understand the caliber of actor we're dealing with here. Frankly, I've never understood how this guy ever got to be an action star in the first place. Jesse the Body looked like a fat old man even back then, so they certainly weren't hiring him for his muscle mass, and if they were hiring him for his acting talent, then I'm a cyborg ninja from the planet Terrible Fucking Writing. But I should probably stop that thought right there, or Hideo Kojima is liable to steal it for the next Metal Gear. But somehow as recently as the year 1991, Jesse starred in what would be one of his only action movie roles, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, a true cinematic classic that is so unyieldingly, groin-grabbingly horrible that most viewers would rather do something constructive with an hour and a half, like be run over by a tank or staple anchovies to their dick and leap into a pond filled with starving barracudas. The plot centers around Ventura's character, the eponymous Abraxas, who's an alien from a far-off galaxy where evidently they all shop for jogging suits on special at Kmart. He's pursuing an intergalactic criminal played by the fat old Austrian guy whose defining characteristic is that he isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. But man, oh man, does this guy ever like tomatoes.
The co-mater. The co-mater. Bring me the co-mater. I said bring me the co-mater. Send in the co-mater. Send in the co-mater. Very pleasant.
Seriously, don't get between this guy and a good tomato. Apparently he's searching for his illegitimate kid, which to me seems odd considering that most absentee fathers, never mind absentee fathers from outer fucking space, are more commonly trying to flee their bastard progeny rather than relentlessly pursue them. But hey, apparently the kid has something called the anti-life equation stored inside of his tiny hollow coconut, which apparently fake Arnold Schwarzenegger wants really, really bad. Hey, Arnold Fatzenegger, if you want to know the answer to the anti-life equation, I'll just drop you a quick hint here. It's fucking death! It's called the anti-life equation. Jesus butt-fucking Christ. That's like wondering what the answer to the anti-virginity equation is, you drooling pituitary imbecile. Hey, do you know the answer to the anti-fire equation, asshole? How about the anti-video game industry equation? Zing! And yet at the beginning of the film, there is apparently one thing that Fan Arnold wants even more than the answer to the anti-life equation.
Are you a birthing member of the human race?
Huh?
I need your body.
Undoctored footage there, Rageaholics. Fat Arnold wants a fertile human female at the beginning of this film, and do you care to take a wild guess as to what for? I'll just give you a few seconds here. Now, if you guessed, have a slumber party, break out the bedazzler, and take turns braiding each other's hair, then I'm afraid that you would be mistaken. Good effort, though. However, if you guessed alien rape, then you, my friend, win absolutely nothing. But you're correct, so that's something. Now you know what a libertarian feels like. Now don't cross this movie off your must-rent list out of fear of graphic interstellar deflowering depicted in vivid crotch-pounding detail, however, as apparently kinky alien banging goes a little something like this.
I really do need your body.
reproduction commenced.
Ooh, if this movie got any racier, her fucking ankles might be showing. But Abraxas will have none of that. After all,
Members of our force were taught to avoid VD.
I'm sorry?
VD, vibrational detection. Everything, even machinery, has its own particular vibrational frequency.
Oh, right.
again, undoctored footage. But I know what you're saying. Hold your horses there, Razorfist. After all, if they didn't spend money on costumes, decent actors, or writing that isn't unintentionally hilarious, that budget must have gone somewhere. Well, feast your eyes on this, Rageaholics. I give you the title screen. Now, I guarantee you that every red cent of this film's budget went toward making this badass metallic embossed title logo, because as we all know, only the best bands have shiny protruding metal logos.
The ace of spades, the ace of spades.
It's just a shame that because we got this terminally badass title screen, every single fight scene had to be punctuated by the pulse-pounding rhythm of smooth jazz? That's right, folks. Not only are two balding, overweight, middle-aged gentlemen fighting in cheap jogging suits fresh off the clearance rack at Walmart, they're doing so to the adrenaline-infused soundtrack of public domain jazz lounge music. God bless the nation of Canada for its low-budget sci-fi movies and high-budget sci-fi television shows that nobody watches.
Honestly, I could go on and on for days about this film. It's like an evergreen spring of laughably awful filmmaking. And yet I find myself not only recommending it, but recommending it as a kind of painful rite of passage, like getting your tonsils taken out, or your appendix removed, or killing your first hooker and burying her rotting corpse underneath the foundation of your house. Oh, it hurts, but it's best to get it out of the way and move on to bigger and better things, like suicide, or AIDS.